Naomi Carter enters the county mediation room already knowing the ending. The air is cold, the table immaculate, and the silence sharp. Across from her sits Grant Mercer, confident, dismissive, certain he has won. He mocks her decision to divorce, calling her unskilled and dependent, insisting she will fail without him. Naomi listens without reacting. Her stillness is deliberate. She studies the man she once loved and realizes how power and money have reshaped him. When the agreement is placed before her, she understands the trap Grant believes he is setting, and the far deeper one he has already stepped into himself. Grant continues his monologue, savoring every insult as if each word adds another brick to his imagined throne. He boasts about the company, the assets, the connections, and the lifestyle he claims to have built entirely on his own. He speaks loudly, confidently, making sure everyone in the room hears how easily he believes he can erase Naomi from his future. He challenges her to sign, promising she will walk away with nothing and warning that pride will not pay her bills. Naomi lowers her gaze to the document and reads it line by line. Everything is exactly as she anticipated. No property claims, no stock disputes, no visible resistance that might alarm him. Her calm unsettles no one because it is mistaken for defeat. With steady hands and a controlled breath, she signs. The pen glides across the paper, sealing the end of the marriage in clean black ink. Grant grins, convinced this signature proves his dominance. Naomi rises quietly, gathers herself, and leaves the room feeling unexpectedly light. Outside, sunlight floods the courthouse steps, sharp and almost blinding after the cold room inside. Naomi slips into the back seat of a black sedan and exhales slowly, as if releasing years of pressure in one breath. The city noise fades when the door closes. She takes out her tablet and logs into a private financial system connected to her family trust, a system she has quietly monitored for years. The interface opens to a clean, precise layout of accounts, cards, permissions, and corporate authorizations. Grant's name sits there with wide access, the same access he always confused with true ownership. Naomi understands the difference. Ownership is permanent. Access is conditional. Calmly, she enters the user control panel. One by one, she disables his cards, freezes cash withdrawals, and revokes transfer authority. A warning screen appears, asking for final confirmation. Naomi presses confirm without hesitation. After a brief pause, a green check mark appears. Phase 1 is complete. If you're watching, comment number 6 below and tell me you're still here. Grant leaves the courthouse with a spring in his step, euphoric and certain the world now belongs to him. The first thing he does is call Cassie Lane, his voice loud with triumph as he announces his freedom and the fortune he believes is firmly in his hands. Cassie squeals with excitement, already imagining designer dresses, elite parties, and a life of admiration. They agree not to wait or keep things modest. This victory demands an extravagant celebration. Grant insists their wedding must be immediate and unforgettable, a public statement of success. They head straight to a luxury hotel in Chicago, known for hosting the city's most powerful families. Cassie eagerly selects the most expensive wedding package, admiring every detail like a prize she has won. Grant places his black card on the desk with confidence. The terminal beeps and declines. He laughs it off, blaming security protocols. Another card fails. Finally, he writes a corporate check, trusting his title will protect him. Shopping follows celebration without pause. Cassie moves from one luxury store to another, demanding diamond rings, custom gowns, designer shoes, and limited edition handbags. She chooses quickly, confidently, as if money is guaranteed. At every counter, Grant's cards fail. One decline turns into another, and then another. Grant forces a laugh each time, inventing explanations on the spot, banking maintenance, heightened security alerts, temporary system errors that affect high-value clients. The vendors exchange cautious glances but hesitate to question a man who introduces himself as a company CEO. Grant promises immediate wire transfers and next-day settlements he has no ability to complete. His phone lights up with account lock warnings he ignores, silencing the screen before Cassie can notice. Panic tightens in his chest, but pride pushes him forward. He convinces himself everything will fix itself by morning. He cannot imagine Naomi moving this fast or this decisively. Wedding day arrives wrapped in excess. The ballroom glows beneath crystal chandeliers, overflowing with white flowers, polished marble, and carefully staged luxury. Guests admire the spectacle, unaware of unpaid invoices, delayed deposits, and accounts quietly frozen behind the scenes. Grant steps onto the stage glowing with confidence. He delivers a speech that celebrates himself, rewriting the past to frame Naomi as an obstacle he bravely escaped. Cassie stands beside him, smiling proudly, convinced this night proves she has won. Glasses rise across the room as Grant toasts freedom, success, and a limitless future. Applause fills the air, then falters. The lights flicker once, twice, and dim. Music cuts off mid-note. Microphones go dead. Murmurs ripple through the crowd as confusion spreads. Then the heavy doors at the back of the hall open slowly. Naomi steps inside wearing a dark, elegant dress, calm and unhurried. Beside her walks Harold Whitman, a man the business world instantly recognizes. If you felt that shift just now, gently tap the comments and let me know you're watching. Security does not move to block their path. Instead, hotel staff instinctively steps aside, quietly clearing a wide aisle through the crowd. Guests begin whispering as recognition spreads. Several seasoned business figures stiffen when they see Harold Whitman, a name associated with real authority, not borrowed titles. Naomi is guided to the front table and seated with the ease of someone who belongs there, not as a guest, but as a rightful presence. Whitman rises slowly and lifts one hand. A single spotlight snaps on, isolating him from the glittering room. He speaks in a calm, controlled tone, offering a polite apology for the interruption before addressing a necessary clarification. Behind the stage, the large screen lights up, no longer showing wedding imagery but a detailed corporate structure. At the very top is Naomi Carter, listed as majority shareholder. Far below appears Grant's name, marked CEO, under an employment contract. In that moment, ownership and access are unmistakably separated. Whitman explains that Grant's authority existed only through marriage. He reveals an accountability clause activated by the divorce signature. Unauthorized expenses and documented losses now convert into personal debt. An audit total appears on the screen, millions in failed projects, lifestyle spending, and misuse of company resources. Gasps fill the room. Grant denies everything, shouting without amplification, accusing Naomi of jealousy. Proof follows. Asset titles, registrations, and ownership records, showing Grant owns nothing. Cassie's confidence shatters as she realizes the life she chased was built on borrowed ground. Police and legal teams enter the ballroom. Grant is detained pending investigation into financial misconduct and fraud. Cassie is stopped by security due to contractual responsibility tied to the event. Grant collapses, begging Naomi for forgiveness and rescue. She steps forward only to speak once. She reminds him that for years she protected him from consequences, and today she has stopped. Her voice is calm, final, and resolute. Grant is led away in handcuffs. Cassie screams as vendors demand payment. Phones rise to record the downfall once mistaken for a fairy tale. 1 month later, the noise has faded. Grant faces legal consequences. Cassie struggles under debt and public shame. Naomi stands outside a newly opened education foundation funded by her family's company, watching children laugh in the sunlight. The business has stabilized under honest leadership. Naomi feels no triumph, only peace. She deletes old photos, releases old pain, and looks forward. Wealth, she understands, is not spectacle or applause. It is dignity, accountability, and freedom. Her silence was never weakness, it was strategy, and it carried her to a new beginning. If this story hit you in the heart, like this video, subscribe for more true-to-life fictional stories, and comment where you're watching from, city and state. Your support helps this channel keep going.